this hasn't been one that's been very well. It's there goes my phone saying I'm live. I know because I'm streaming. This is just a spur of the moment thing. Um, I'm streaming this in portrait because I don't see the reason in streaming in landscape at the moment until I've got something good planned. So, as the stream's titled, it's bad news. What is the bad news? Well, it's not. It's more bad news for the channel. I have been very inactive on the channel as of recent. Why? Well, many things. I've not exactly had the ability to make the content. I now have a full time job in catering again. And by full time job, I mean 48 hours plus a week full time job. And you know what? I'm loving it. So that's not really bad news, it's good news, but for the channel, it's bad news. It means I don't have as much time to go out and film stuff. I mean, I've not even managed to film a single Santa special this year, which is really, really bad. I mean, I got a chance to film some bits of the Steam Gala this year, but that went out late because YouTube wouldn't let me upload. And I think the worst news that I got this year was that my dad had a stroke. My mum has an uncurable blood cancer, and my missus is diabetic. Oh, excuse me. Now, so yes, my mum has an uncurable blood cancer. That was not what I was expecting. I knew there was something going on with my mum. I just didn't know what. I knew for some time it might have been some sort of something to do with the bowels or some sort of cancer in some sort of way. But this was nowhere near what I expected. It was. One thing I'm happy about is that she delivered the blow as soft as she possibly could. Like, you essentially just dived into water and you came up at the end and she was, there with a smile. We went out to dinner, me, Kerry, my son, my mum and dad, and we just ended up talking about how, what happened to my dad with his stroke. And then, my dad looked at mum and said, should we tell him? I'm like, what's going on? And he said, it's not, it's an uncurable blood cancer, which is why she had quite a large mass forming around her neck. She's going to be on some sort of chemo drip treatment. She's going to be on meds, which does mean we can't go around and see her as much because she will be at high risk of getting ill. Now, I'm not one to get upset. The only time I get upset is when it concerns my family under this roof, which sounds stupid. It really, really sounds stupid that I don't get upset when it comes to something to do with my mum or my dad or my brother. But I think ever since, moving out, I won't say we've grown apart, but I'm not as, like, emotionally conjoined to them. I don't need to be at the hip every waking second. When my dad had a stroke, it was a shock. I was worried, but it was the fact that I knew, he was alive. It's when I don't know things that really get me. But my parents have been absolutely amazing. They've told me every single little detail that I need to know, what's going on, what's going to happen. I see my mum so regularly, she looks absolutely fine. But I know on the inside that's not necessarily the case. But she's happy, she's fine. She came around and helped with some of the decorations you can see in the background. I've even got my tree up, but the cats pulled it down. So, yeah, and the cats are going soon, thank God. I don't like cats. I wanted a dog. We got approved for a dog, but no, we had to get 10 cats. Well, we had 2 cats. They joined, and then had 2 lots of cats. This year has been hell. I'm not saying it's going to be hell for other people. It definitely has been. I mean, thanks Tories, we now got to go into another lockdown. Yay. Fuck's sake. What I'm trying to say is, this channel has suffered humongously. I mean, there was a project I wanted to do, which looks like I might have to do it on my own. And it might not be the scale that I want it to be, but it will be the biggest project I will do for a very, very long time. It'll most likely be done when I can get down to Ribble in the close time. I'm still going to need a lot of equipment being bought to do the project. I was hoping to get it done this year, in between Halloween and Christmas season, but it just didn't happen. You know, while I wasn't working, I was a full-time dad and a full-time carer to me missus, so just a lot has got in the way. But let me tell you this. Out of all the bad news I've had to deliver, you know, my family is essentially, I'd say, on the last couple of decades. You know, they've got a lot of time left, but the time is coming to an end. When that happens, you know, it'll happen. I'll grieve, I'll miss it, and then I'll get over it. It's life. We can't prevent life. It's just what happens. The way I look at it is, it sounds really stupid, but it's something I got from Kung Fu Panda. Yes, Kung Fu Panda of all things. Master Oogway. The scene where he's consoling Po, and Po's considering quitting. And Master Oogway comes up with kind of what keeps me going some days. He said, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift, and that is why it's called the present. That has lifted, well, I wouldn't say it's lifted me out of some dark places, but it's like I've been struggling, I've fallen and taken a knee, and that saying has brought me back up and kept me going. It's what's not given me several panic attacks, you know, not knowing if things are alright. You know, I mean, my entire family could be gone tomorrow morning. But as long as I know that, you know, everything's okay, I'm going to know what to do with the funeral arrangements. Well, I'm going to know what's going to happen next. As long as I know what's going to happen, I'll be fine. So I guess tomorrow being a mystery, I hate it. I don't like mysteries, but it's good to know that, you know, I know what's going to happen. What I do know is going to happen is that there is a project in the works called The Tour. It's going to be a tour of the Ribble Museum, the Running Shed and Workshop, and maybe the Furnace Shed and the Ribble Rail Shed. I don't know yet. I might just keep it to where the public can view it, because only, I think, once or twice public have been allowed into the Furnace Railway Trust Shed. Don't know if that's going to happen much in the future with, you know, things going here and there and everywhere. But yeah, it's not great news that the channel is suffering a lot, and I really don't want to keep doing these little pop-up update, and I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, because I'm really not. I'm just trying to tell you guys what's going on. I have a new computer. Trains 12 runs absolutely amazingly on it. Trains a new era, however, it's picky. I need to get either some more RAM or a new graphics card to make it run smoother, and then get some interfaces going, get a camera, and then I might do some live streams of trains, which I've really wanted to do for the longest time without just clicking live on my phone and then pointing the camera at trains, which I've done a few times and didn't really turn out the best. But now, for some reason, I can magically live stream. I don't have 1,000 subscribers. I definitely don't have, 4,000 hours of watch time. At least I don't think. But yeah, the channel's not dead. At least to me. I'm always here. I'm always checking the channel. I will respond to every single comment, and I will always appreciate and love every single subscriber I get. We're still averaging 50 subs a year, so maybe in 15 years we'll hit 1,000 subscribers. Who the hell knows? But yeah, I'm really sorry for the lack of stuff that's going on the channel. I don't want to just upload crap. I really don't. Once things get better and the new year comes, hopefully this lockdown isn't too brutal, but things are going forward in motion. I might do some reaction videos, I might do some voice my opinions, I might do some what if videos, just when I've got the time. But yeah, for now, this is all I've really had time for. I've got to go in like 2.5 minutes. Yay. I don't want to go to work, but I've got to. I did a 16-hour shift on Monday. I was meant to be in from 7 in the morning till 4. I ended up being from 7 in the morning till about 10, 11 o'clock in the evening. There is only so many times you can tell bar staff to look at the check. Anyway, that's a different video to talk about. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. There might be a video coming out next week. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.